It's my human genetics project for BIO-107. My name is Christian Seeger, and I'm doing my project on the genetic disease called Cri-Du-Chat syndrome. This is a pretty rare chromosomal disease that causes microcephaly, intellectual disabilities, behavioral issues, growth delay, and even high-pitched voice in the babies called a cat cry. The symptom is also referred to as the cat cry syndrome. Rare symptoms of this disease are joint hyperflexibility and recurrent fractures. Babies who are born with Cri-Du-Chat syndrome have a very low birth rate and sometimes have trouble breathing or nursing. How this syndrome occurs is that it's caused by a deletion of the short arm of the chromosome 5. The short arm is represented with a lowercase p, so the chromosomal change is written as 5 lowercase p hyphen, just like this. A deletion occurs in a chromosome and the size and location varies, but studies suggest that larger deletions tend to result in more severe symptoms than small deletions. Since chromosome 5 is the 5th largest chromosome in the human body, it's a very large chromosome, but it has the lowest gene density. This is because chromosome 5 is responsible for many forms of growth and development like cell division. Mutations and changes to the chromosome may cause cancers. One example would be acute myeloid leukemia, or AML. In severe cases, some children have heart defects and require surgery. As children and adults and people with this condition may have significant intellectual development and speech delays. As far as inheritance, Cri-Du-Chat syndrome occurs in an estimated 1 out of every 20,000 to 50,000 newborns. This condition is found in people of all ethnic backgrounds, so it's not specific to one ethnicity or any group of people. Most cases are not inherited. The deletion often occurs as a random event called a de novo during the formation of the egg or sperm cells or an early development of the embryo. About 10 to 15% of people with Cri-Du-Chat syndrome inherit the chromosomal abnormality from an unaffected parent. In these cases, parents carry chromosomal rearrangement called a balanced translocation, in which no genetic material is gained or lost. Balanced translocation usually do not cause any health problems, but they can become unbalanced as they are passed to the next generation, which causes the Cri-Du-Chat syndrome in the baby. To diagnose a child with this syndrome, it usually occurs during pregnancy or through prenatal testing. Mortality rate for this syndrome is between 6 and 8% in the overall population. Usually mortality is caused by the side effect of pneumonia or congenital heart defects that are related to Cri-Du-Chat syndrome. So I am not a very good artist. So for the illustration of the phenotype, I have a photo that I've provided of a child that was born with Cri-Du-Chat syndrome, and here it is. So some of the side effects are lower set ears, wider set eyes, a bigger bottom lip, and smaller head size, or microcephaly. As far as the pedigree chart, since it's not directly related to inheritance and it's more based on balanced translocation, the steps that it takes to be present in a baby are pretty complex and require around 4 generations to be passed. This is the pedigree chart that I found online and recreated based on the information that I received. The different symbols are represented as so. The 2 parents, the mom and the dad of the first generation. 1 parent is represented with a square with a line through it. This is a phenotype, normal, karyotype not performed. In the circle without a line through it, the phenotype and karyotype are both normal. Now, when they have children, out of the 5 children, one of the children has a congenital cataract and a normal karyotype. Now, they have children with a spouse that's phenotype and karyotype are normal. Now, from them, they've already passed down the genes to one child whose congenital cataract and chromosome 5 have 13 translocation. So now this child has a child with a phenotype and karyotype normal spouse, which results in the Cri-Du-Chat syndrome and congenital cataract in the child. So as the pedigree chart shows, it's not necessarily cut and dry inheritance with this syndrome, and it's often takes many generations to reach to be present in a child. So I hope you've enjoyed this project and this information. I've definitely learned a lot about this syndrome that I did not know. And that's it. My name is Christian Seeger. Thank you.